license. That could be right, that could be wrong. It's the random sample is not big enough for to analyze whether that's working or not.
Statistically, we say that if you can work start from minimum of 12 minimum.
It's just not a big enough number. I always remember years ago, there was this guy called Peter that came to me in the middle of a convention, and he said, "I'm so upset, Steve. None of my team are here." And I said, "Well, how many people have you got on your team?" He said, "I've got 13. Okay. And I said, "Well, you just haven't got a big enough team. That's the issue." And 20 recruits over a year, Tom, is not, when you consider that Linda did that in a month. Yeah, you can't analyze that. That's like trying to, that's like when you were single, you went to a nightclub, you asked one girl for a dance and she said no, and you said, "Right, that's it. I'm going to remain single for the rest of my life." I don't know if that landed with you there or not, but
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah,
it's not a big enough sample, honestly. Yeah, it's a good subject to talk about. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Barrett. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, Bim. Good morning, Kevin and Kaz. And
morning, sir.
Morning.
I think we've got a full house, haven't we, apart from IT?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, very good. Well, when I was thinking about what we're going to talk about this morning, something popped into my head, and that is, just to find out where we're at with regards to, the month of June. We're heading up towards the convention. We're all going to have a fantastic time there. But how good would it feel to come off the back of a brilliant month before we kind of, in your guys, for you guys to travel down to London, shoulders back, head high. I've had a fantastic June. June doesn't finish till July the 6th, so we still got over 3 weeks to, to kind of make it happen. So, so Mr. Westfield, how are you feeling about June?
Yes, it's a very good question. I've just come off the back end of being away in America for a week, which was great.
All right.
And then tomorrow, my daughter is relocating to Australia. So been very involved with family stuff over the first couple of weeks in June, but I am feeling pretty confident and excited about the last few weeks. Just team members coming back, scoops getting booked in, pipeline needs dealing with. So yeah, I feel as if my head's in the right place, but just family stuff seems to have taken priority over the last few weeks. It's just one of those things, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's not unfortunate, to be honest. It's a good thing. But you know what I'm saying.
I do, yeah. And when you're going through kind of things like that, what I always do is my mindset goes, okay, like I'm starting. It's like a start line. And you good time to set yourself some personal targets and personal goals. And that would be good. Have a good second half to the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, what about yourself, Barrett? How's the month shaping up for you, mate?
Well, in terms of the numbers in the conventions, it's increasing. But the new members is I'm just doing my best to do 5 by 5 this month. If not group, it's personal. As you know, my team, it feels like all Flynnstars has got we have got a challenge in terms of recruiting. But in terms of businesses, we did pretty well last month. But I think we all are focused on recruiting and bringing new people in the team. but in terms of conventions, I'm so excited, excited to take at least, 20, 25 people. And it's still that numbers is increasing. So it's so excited to be in the convention. I think some of us probably, haven't been to the actual convention, and that's a great feeling for all of us that we all get together in terms of Flynnstars team and enjoy. First thing. The second thing is we just get to know each other more closer, and we will have a family bonding there. That's the part I'm excited about. So
that is so you got 25 people coming so far, right?
Yes.
So what number do you think it'll eventually finish on?
Just target is 60.
Yeah.
And then let's put it like 45 to 60. So if I target 60, then at least 50 or maybe 45 is the max.
Yeah, that is a huge thing, Barrett. You will definitely get to 10 by 10 and beyond with that number showing up, because they're going to come out of convention very, very pumped. Make sure you have a game plan, a plan ready for them. And I would encourage you to have a team meeting when you're all there together and say, talk along the lines of, right, this is the game plan for the next 90 days. Okay. And be very directional with that, as if you were going into battle, as opposed to, asking them what they think. Say, this is what we're going to do. This is where we're going. This is how it's going to happen. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Thomas, I didn't know your middle name was Kwesi.
Yeah, that is my real native name.
Right, okay.
The Englishman gave me Thomas Nelson, but I'm Kwesi. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to carry on from where we started. I think my area, the area that I need to improve on is the recruiting.
Okay.
In recent months, Scoops and Carryback is picking up very quickly. Getting referrals and getting to the right market. So far, I've submitted almost £3,000, but it's not yet on the leaderboard. And I need to be able to find a way of concentrating on the recruiting.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's because I wanted money to pay bills. That's why I was.
Exactly the reason why that's happening, and I'll talk about that.
Yeah. Sometimes your mind is like, my God, I need some money,
Absolutely.
But in the long run, what will keep me going, or what the business is all about, is to be able to master both.
Okay, well, let's park that for a second.
Okay, so now that I'm feeling very comfortable with scoops and carrybacks, I need to be able to.
Okay, well, let me make a note of that, and we'll cover that in a second when we have a chance to speak.
I think that is what I need to do now.
All right, well, that's an easy one. All right, good. So Milan, how's the month shaping up for you, buddy?
So everyone, good morning again. So far, so good, I should say. Last couple of weeks, I was completely out of track due to my personal and family issue. Now, I've decided again. I'll tell you, I decided again. I'm taking a massive action. So I've decided again, I'll go back to basic and start leading myself, and then I'll start leading my team. That's what I've decided, and I'm really excited about our convention. But again, I've decided to attend your powwow.
All right.
So that's where I'm, sir.
Well, that's a fantastic place to be, mate. That is a start line, and that's refreshing, exciting, as you said. And all you got to do now is just get on the power hours every day and turn it into like a discipline. Turn it into almost like a bit of a game with yourself. That you block that time out in your diary every day, and even if you don't have a good day, just showing up every single day, creating that habit will turn the majority of days into good days. And, you know, use that wonderful discipline that that you learned in your armed forces days to say, right, this is it. I'm going to do it every single day. And I promise you, it'll it's magical the way it works. And all the other, everything else will follow after that.
Thank you, sir.
Good man. Okay, Bim.
Morning, sir. If I be honest, it's not like going as expected, but I'm trying to sow the seeds. I had an appointment yesterday. I spent quite long hours with one of my prospect, 3 hours. She is happy to join, but I couldn't book fixed appointment. She gave me Friday, but she couldn't give me the exact time. So it seems slow, and in a sense, I'm not hurry as well, because once in 2020 we were so hurry. We joined so many people, and they just disappear. So what I'm thinking at the moment is I'm trying to teach them correctly from the beginning, so they will stick it for longer. That's I'm aiming at, and that's what I'm working at the moment, sir. And yeah, struggle, sir, but I never give up.
Yeah. I think if you go back to, did you say it was 2019, wasn't it?
20, we had so many people. Yeah.
Okay. Don't be discouraged by what happened there, okay? Because, and Barris and I have chatted about this, if you can go back to doing what you did there, but add to that a system in place which creates follow-up, follow-through, then you're going to win. If 2020's legacy is that you then say, right, I'm going to do everything more slowly and more surely, then you're going to lose. All right, because success doesn't like slow or small. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, that in a normal business, yeah, and this is where we get it from, if you get growth of 5 or 10%, that makes front page news and creates huge excitement in the stock market if a FTSE 100 company does 5 or 10% growth, okay? 5 or 10% growth in our style of business doesn't work, yeah? We're all striving for that explosive growth that you had in 2020, because, and the reason for that is because that creates excitement, it creates belief, it creates enthusiasm, it creates something called momentum. So go and get that exciting, explosive growth again, but with the system in place now that I know you're studying, you know, to back it up. And you're always going to lose people, you know. It's not a palatable phrase, but it's a true phrase. In every war, good people die. And we are in a war against poverty. We're in a war against debt. We're in a war against ignorance with regards to financial planning. So you're always going to lose people. It's just, and some people never get used to that, but it's just a fact of life. Now, the crazy thing is that some of those people you lose come back. Yeah. The crazy thing is some of those people that you think you've lost are actually in the background watching. And remember, your purpose is to find your 7 to 10 key leaders. And you're not going to do that by recruiting slowly, because you won't attract someone. You know, if Daryl Harper joined your team and you were recruiting 2 or 3 people a month, he's not hanging around. He's on to the next thing. But if he sees your team doing 17 recruits a month and it's boom, 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 he's like, wow, I'm in this. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, sir.
Don't be put off by, you know, bringing in large numbers of people. The difference now is you've got more experience, which means you're better. And you've got, you know, you've got a system around you that's going to retain the good people. Okay.
So, yes, sir.
All right. Sam, how you doing, buddy?
How's it going, mate? Good morning. I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Hi, very good, thank you.
Yeah, great call last night, by the way. That was class. That was nice.
Thank you. Yeah, well, it's I'm trying to think of ways to inspire people to read. I'm a firm believer that the hardest part for all of us is well, the hardest part for me is remaining humble. I mean, you know, you sometimes believe your own press in this business sometimes, and you're never as good as you think you are, and you're never as bad as sometimes you think you are. The only way you can get better is by, the only way you can develop in this business is by getting better, and that's down, I believe, to personal development. And I just wish people would read more, study more on themselves, because everything else then will take care of itself.
Yeah, there's that song, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. And sometimes the hype is people believe in the hype, and then before you know it, it's too late. They're out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think for myself and my crew, things are going great. Things are going spot on. I'm expecting to have at least 20 people at the convention. Some of them will probably just come on the Saturday, especially those guys down south in London. And there's one or two around the Birmingham area that will just drive in on Saturday morning and leave in the evening. So 20 is a roundabout number for us, especially the new guys within the last 3 months. Getting them to pop in. Most of them can't leave work on Friday. Their faith is not that massive yet, but they're happy to drive down on Saturday. I've got one guy coming from Leeds actually on Saturday to pop in and then drive back to Leeds the same evening. So 20 will be a good number for us. Hey, everything is spot on for us as a team. We're getting there. We've got I've got the interviews. I've got people lined up to come on board. It's just crossing that line. But we had we double digits recruited last month, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, expecting to follow that up with the production this month.
Very good. Yeah.
And the target is to double digit every month. Really, that's my target for 2022. Double digit every month.
You do that, and that SVP promotion will happen, because when you double digit recruitment every month, and Bim, you'll get something out of it as well, in that if you double digit recruit every month, all of a sudden there's someone in there, the luck is starting to work for you at the 10 by 10, or forget about the 10,000, the 10 recruits is where the luck starts to work for you. Because how many times have you recruited someone and they say, yeah, time's going to be a bit precious at the moment because I've got this going on in my life. Yeah, time's going to be, I won't be able to do much for the first few weeks because this is going on in my life. When you recruit 10 people, there's at least one, maybe two in there whose circumstances are good at that point. You've caught them at a good time. Their mindsets are good at that time. Yeah, they've got people lined up already. It's almost like all the stars are aligned. Yeah, we've all had that scenario as well, but it doesn't happen with all 10, does it? And
No.
that's when you get 10 recruits a month happening. Now all of a sudden you've got, I think it was Kevin Westfield talking last week about getting your 7 team leaders in place. Those 7 leaders, they come from, one team leader effectively comes from 10 recruits, maybe 2, but definitely 1 quickly. You must now be starting to think, right, I've got a team there, I've got another team leader there. Keep doing 10, and then eventually you'll end up doing 17. It'll happen by default. I honestly believe, Sam, you are at the start, maybe just ahead of the start, into getting up to 15, 20 recruits a month. And then when you do that, you're then finding vice president.
Yep, thank you.
That going, mate. Whatever you're doing, don't stop doing it. Don't change anything.
Cool. Thanks.
Good. Kaz, how's the month going?
All right. Not much on board yet, but I'm optimistic. I think I think I've had a bit of like personal development revelations sort of last couple of weeks, end of last month, realizing that not to waste my time on team that aren't bothered sort of thing. And if I'm doing it myself for a bit, I'm doing it for my, do you know what I mean, myself. Majority of what we did last month was me. So just keep posting it, showing them what I'm doing, and crack on, and people will catch up if they want. If not, I'll get new ones.
You're one step closer to your husband quitting his job then.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think I'm similar to Tom. It's the recruiting side that I'm struggling with. I'm all right. I'm getting there with the scoops and carry bags and things, but got a lot of people that are saying yes to the video, and then after, like, no, I just can't give the time. Even for like the introducer, they just know I either want to give it time or not bother.
Yep, I'm going to cover how. I'm going to cover that based on what Tom said. Yeah.
But yeah, feeling optimistic for June.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, Anna, how's the month going?
Well, I've realised that I'm not doing what's needed. But I've realised what I need to do next, and that is just more calls. I'm challenged and hard pressed on all sides, and yeah, it's the personal development side of it.
Yeah, 100%. It is for all of us.
Yeah.
And the one thing that you've done is you've got on the phones 2 or 3 days a week for the last couple of weeks, and you haven't been fazed by that. Yeah. Now, you know, next step is to go, okay, let's do a little bit more of that, and do a bit. Then the next week, do a bit more of that, and turn it into a habit. I'm a firm believer in when you, when you start something, as long as you're progressing and moving forward and going in the right direction, which you are, things are inevitable. Yeah, and that's why you've always got to be moving forward. You've always got to be. Just be almost fearful of stopping. Yeah, don't let the thing stop.
I do think that's where I am, and I mean, ever since Roger passed, I just knew I had to keep moving forward. So I suppose that each week I'm sort of going, well, you know, I think I'm afraid of just being a resounding gong that doesn't produce anything. And at the moment, I'm producing nothing personally, but I'm moving forward. So,
well, I have that feeling every day as well. Every day I wake up and I'm inspired and moved forward by the fear of just not providing and not getting results, and Genistar not moving forward. So that's a good thing to have, and it's a good thing not to lose. But in terms of not progressing and not getting any results, there's not a single person on here that agree with that. You are getting results. You just haven't seen the evidence of it yet. Yeah, as Kaz uses the line, it's not showing on the board yet. And that's a heartfelt phrase, because when someone says that, it's not just Kaz that says it. When someone says that, I always think, okay, there's stuff going on that you just can't see yet. And you've got loads of stuff going on that isn't on the board yet. Yeah. So very proud of you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything's coming together. Mr. O'Malley.
Hi, Steve. So it sounds like a combination of some of the previous ones, like Tom and Milan. Like, I focused a little bit on just getting my own income up, and it's just about that consistency. I've blocked off some time now over the next couple of weeks just to come on the power hour and just get back to basics and just grinding out the phone calls and the putting people in front of the BOM, because the income is important. But yeah, gotta just get some new team members in. I've got one guy, Robert, who's doing well. He's coming to convention. getting a little bit deep there, but I've got to like have 3 or 4 other legs going to and lead from the front with personal recruiting. That's where I'm up to now.
Yeah. Good. So we've all got good mindsets. We're all in a good spot. We're all thinking positively. So let me just see myself so I can. Right. So we're all in a good place. What I want to do is this new function that you can get on Zoom now is this whiteboard thing, right? And you all see that? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Can we all see that?
Yes, we can. Yes.
So let's call it Monday. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, God blimey, this is not easy, is it? Let's just put a T and an F there. And a Saturday and a Sunday there. As you get more busy, as you all are now, compared to where we were 2 or 3 months ago, it's easy to get to the end of the week and feel like you've done a lot. And actually, you feel like you've done more than the results. Oops, that's a bit of a bad one, that are showing. So a very simple way to improve by a few extra % every week is to kind of get a structure in place that helps you see before it happens the inevitable rising. Right, I've written some business. Yeah, I've got some yeses. And then the following week, the fallout of all of that, the work that you've got to do with regards to those results, now stops you doing the thing that got you all of that activity in the first place. So it obviously starts with phone calls. So you've got to block out the days that you're going to do phone calls. Yeah. So I'm not saying this is what you should do. This is what I'm saying I've found has worked over the years. And, you know, Bob Senior was the one who kind of talks about it in something called building solidly rapidly. So there's your power hour blocked out. Okay. There's your power hour. You know, I would suggest 2 hours. If that's too much in terms of the number of contacts that you've got, just do 1 hour, but make that 1 hour count. Yeah. The great thing now about the fact that we use Zoom as opposed to traveling to appointments. Oh, why doesn't this work? Anyway, you know, means that we don't have to worry. We've got more time on our hands than we used to have. So we can do an evening power hour. And now all of a sudden, you know, that recruitment part takes care of itself. Okay. Now you've got to go from wherever you are right now. So let's say you're here, whatever that is, and you've got to go to here, which is B. Okay. B really means 20 to 25 yeses a week. Now, if you're only getting 4 or 5 or whatever, don't worry about that.
Can't see what you're writing, I think.
Can you not? Why is that? You are collaborating on this whiteboard.
I can't see the power hour that you've written in.
See the bit on the right hand side where I've written 20 to 25 yeses?
No, I think that's missing.
Oh. Can anyone else not see it? Or is it just
I
Anna?
can see a little bit of the 20.
Yeah, I can see.
I guess, Anna, what you need to do is just reduce the size. On the right-hand side, where it
Apologies,
says zoom in and
apologies,
zoom
okay.
out.
Yeah,
So just reduce the size. That's it.
I've got it.
Okay, well done, Sam. So wherever you're at the moment, that's where you're at. That's okay. All right. 20 to 25 yeses is got to be your goal. All right. So break that down over 5 or 6 days that you're making phone calls. Yeah, it makes it even easier. All right, to get your mind around that. And then, of course, what you've also got to do is move towards 85321. Okay, they're the two holy grails. They're the two things that that you've got to master, and you can do both in the same week every week. Now, this phrase I'm going to give you now is massive, right? Sometimes it doesn't work over a period of a week, but it always works over a period of a month. So you can have 8 scoops booked in your diary one week and all 8 cancel. Okay, that can happen, but you can also have all 8 booked in your diary and all 8 actually happen. All right, so or don't cancel, they all confirm. So there's a batting average. Okay, there's a conversion rate that will happen. So you then got you let's say Thursday evening is the evening, one of the evenings you've decided you're going to do scoops and carrybacks that night. So you'll have in at 7 o'clock, one booked 8 o'clock, one booked in at 9 o'clock. So might be a scoop, there might be a carryback, there might be a scoop. Yeah, so so let's put S there. Let's say there's a carryback there, there's a scoop there. Okay. Now, don't get too hung up on the exact times that that you've booked them in, because you've all experienced this, where someone texts you and says, "Oh, I'm running 10 minutes late," and someone texts you saying, "Well, sorry, I'm gonna have to rearrange it." Boom, so one's out. And that is something that took me so long to get used to, because I came from an IFA background where I used to send a letter to someone in the post saying your appointment's in October, and give them the time, and they would turn up 10 minutes and sit in reception, and it was like running a dental practice, or a GP practice. No one was late. We're dealing with families with kids and all sorts of moving parts going on, people rushing back from work, people getting home, having a row with their missus, and they can't, or their husband, and they then say, "Well, that's it, we're not in the mood to do it tonight." So all of those kind of moving parts are going on. So just get 3 appointments booked in here, and maybe on a Tuesday 3 booked here. So you got another one at 7, 8, and 9. And maybe you've got 2 on a Saturday afternoon or something. So that's a Sunday, sorry, 2 on a Saturday afternoon here. So a scoop and a carryback booked here maybe. Now, part of what got me used to this was I would have my list of things that I've got to do, and I have like a good examples today. Actually, let me show you my diary for today. Okay, so how do I unshare that? So I don't know how to do that. Close. I don't want to lose that. I won't show it to you then. But my diary has appointments every single hour up until 8:30 tonight, with a half an hour break between 7 and 7:30 before the business overview. Now, I know that not all of those appointments are going to stick. Apart from my power hour and the business overview, there's going to be, out of the 6 or 7 appointments I've got booked, 1 or 2 of those are either not going to show or they're going to cancel. So when that happens, I either take a break, get myself something to eat, or I'll look at the things I've got to knock off my list before the end of the day because they're pressing and they're urgent. So, so I just know that's going to happen. I can't remember in the last 5 years when I've had a day booked like that and every single appointment sticks. It just doesn't happen, okay? Because we're dealing with people. So that structure is the only way I know to prevent the, doing what Tom was talking about and Kaz was talking about, is having lots of business in the diary, and you're right, okay, I've got scoops and carrybacks, that's fine, but the recruitment is now the key. The recruitment's taken care of here during the power hour, okay? Now, it may be that you turn up to the power hour and you don't make many calls or whatever, or you make the calls and no one's in, and it may be that you only have got 5 referrals to call. Whatever the issue is, that now gives you it gives you the issue that you need to sort out. So let's say I haven't got enough people to call. Well, then with the scoops and carrybacks booked in, you should be getting steam leads and referrals, right? That's the issue. If you're struggling with that, then that leads then on to a plan, a training plan. Yeah, go onto the GeneStar success system and find the solutions in there. So now all of that takes away all the fluff and all the emotion of what we go through during an average day, an average week, an average month, and certainly an average year. Because now you're getting better. Knowing you're getting better gives you hope for the future and gives you confidence that you're moving in the right direction. So starting with Kaz, does that help? Does that help at all in terms of the up and downs of the recruitment and the right in the business? Can't hear you, Kaz. Are you with us still? We lost you.
Sorry, what was that, Steve?
So if you so does that help in terms, you know, in terms of what you said about, you know, the business going well, but the recruitment's not? Yeah,
and I think the other thing that I've realized is I'm actually getting more confident with stuff. So I'm like, the yeses are moving up, but it's just a follow up. So it's all kind of what I said before, sort of how they're saying they ain't got time and they want to do it properly. So yeah, it definitely helps. I started to use a structure like that. Anna gave me a great template because I'm a write it down kind of, I need it in front of me. And I've not used it for like only the last couple of weeks, but yeah, because I put in like school pickups and things like that, so I can work everything around it. And so I make sure I've got it all in, so I'm not always clock watching. But yeah, it's really helpful.
And what number of yeses would you say you get on average a week?
Probably, depending on, because I probably do at least 3 power hours. I don't probably do 5, which I'm wanting to work up towards. Some weeks I do, because I think one of the errors I've made is if somebody wants an appointment when I do a power hour, I take the appointment.
Yeah.
But I'm now learning that actually I need to probably not do that. Because in my head I try and get it all as much in during the day while the kids are off, are out, sorry. But yeah, so maybe it's tweaking some of that kind of thing. But probably I would say between 5 and 10. So I need to build it up a bit. But part of that is the issue with referrals, which I'm working on as well.
Very good. So, and here's the issue: 5 or 10 yeses a week means you've probably got 3 people maybe watching it.
Okay.
But if it's 5, it's more like 1. If it's maybe got 3 people watching it. So it's what we were talking about at the beginning with Tom, in that the random sample is not big enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember that phrase that you're looking for people who are looking for you. When someone says something like, I haven't got time, I want and I want to do it properly, you know, if I ever go into anything, I want to give it everything. It's just an excuse. Yeah. It's just a mindset that they're using, a layer of, yeah, this is fantastic. I think this is brilliant. Yeah. But I just can't give the time towards becoming financially independent. That's what they're saying. Yeah. And they're just sugarcoating it. It's a little bit like, I don't know why I keep going on to this theme at the moment, but Kaz, do you ever have a boy kind of ask you out and you didn't want to let him down bad to hurt his feelings?
That was a long time ago, Steve.
As you say, I can't, I'm washing my hair. Or
something like that.
let me go out tonight and all that. You're just not telling the truth.
I say that all the time. I wash my hair every day.
So it's the only thing that popped into my head. Sorry, the only example I've got. But I had it this morning, right? I had someone. I mean, listen to this message from someone. So I've gone. Where is the guy here now? Here he is. Yeah, this guy here. His name's Frank. He says, "Good morning. I've watched the video and it's exciting. But unfortunately, it's not something for me at the moment. Thanks for remembering me, and I wish you all the best in your business. So he didn't want to tell me the truth. He was just saying, yeah, it's very good. I'm really impressed, blah, 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 but it's not for me just now. He's possibly saying he hasn't got the £40 or the £140. So I've texted back going, I don't know if it makes a difference, but the registration fee is reduced to £40 until the end of June. If not, all the best for the future. And yeah, I mean, you don't know what's going on in that person's life. You don't know what's going on in their head. You don't know what plans they've got in terms of, you know, their big issues going on. I don't know. Just do not get discouraged by whatever someone says, because 9 times out of 10, it's probably not the truth. Yeah, they're just giving you flannel. Yeah. So you're here at A doing 5 to 10 a week. Yeah. You got to move towards 20 to 20. Yeah. And just so maybe say to yourself this week, well, okay, well, my minimum now is 10. Let's move it up to, you know, let's see if I can get 12. So now you're getting better, your confidence building. Yeah. And this is kind of like that rowing with both oars. You've got to make a living before you get rich. Okay. Yeah. The way you get living is, you know, the beginning on a Monday morning, you've got to look at your diary here. Yeah. You've got to look at your diary and you've got to ask yourself, how many scoops and carrybacks? If I haven't got 8 scoops booked in, yeah, that's what you've got to say to yourself here at this point on Monday morning. That now you're in a state of emergency. Number 1 priority before the power hour starts, get the scoops booked in, so that part is the income part's coming in. And now what happens is that, you know, then can focus on recruitment. Does that help you as well, Tom?
Yeah, Steve, I mean, that is great. It's just putting these things into practice. And I said, like I said from the beginning, I mean, the fear of not making enough money, it will sometimes drive your thinking towards one direction. But now that that is sorted, then what needs to be done to be able to get what you want to get. It's more of being intentional that this is what I want to do and just do it. Yeah, it's a mindset. You just have to do it. So thank you so much for that.
All right. So I can close that now, can't I? There you go. It is. So yeah, you got to make a living while you're getting rich, and that's the way now to have that structure in place that forces you to do the things you know you need to do. And as Sam said in the message here, it causes consistency. Then, Sam, just tell me your consistency over the last few months. Does that come from having the right structure in place, or does it just come from a focus on one particular thing? Where's it come from?
The focus has been getting people for deep. I've got a few guys now where I'm just going deep in every leg, but also just doing my power hours on at least 4 out of 5 days, 4 out of 6 days. I do my power hours, but the main target, and I tell everybody, is going for deep. We're going for deep in every leg. Yeah. So that's been my focus this year, really.
Very good. Yeah. Well, the combination there of power hours and yeah, and you're obviously then to go deep, you've got to get top 25 lists, and
yes.
Yeah, it's
getting better at doing that. Getting much better at doing that. It was difficult, and it still is. It's like pulling teeth sometimes, but getting better at doing it. Like I said, I'm not doing anything with you if you're not going to give me a list, and I just move on. So it's really tough, but it's got to be done.
Yeah. No, that's right. It is tough, because the thing I love about Genostar, you know, compared to the rest of the industry that I've experienced, is that we're good people. You know, we really are. You know, we are a wonderful group. You know, we've got high integrity compared to the rest of the industry. We, you know, nicer to each other than, oh my God, some of the stuff that went on in the offices I worked in was just, I mean, it would make a really good TV show. It really is that bad. We are good people, yeah, and we've got good values, high integrity levels. But the downside of that if that's our biggest asset, it also can be a bit of our weakness in that we care so much about other people that when someone kind of gives up on themselves, we don't give up on them. And that's hard, right? That is really hard. And you've got to come back to this focus of, I'm looking for my 7 to 10 key people. Yeah. And yeah, love on the people, but don't donate huge percentages of your time to people that have given up on themselves. You know, we're not Tony Robbins. We're not a pastor. We're not, you know, we're not there. We're not a psychologist. And don't give them any money. We're not bank managers. We've got to be focused as leaders on finding those 7 to 10 key leaders, because it changes your life when you get someone like an Arvin or a Daryl or a Ching or an Alan Palmer, someone like that. You know, all of a sudden now you don't have to do anything other than, you know, the odd thing here and there, and keep spinning the wheel in terms of inspiring them a little bit, hitting their hot buttons, and that's the fun part. That really is a lot of fun. Yeah, the daily grind is not the fun part, but if you can get your head around it and do a daily grind like you're doing, Sam, you know, power hour after power hour after power hour, knowing that you're getting one phone call closer to finding your Alan Palmer. It's amazing when you find one, changes your life and the lives of thousands of other people as well.
Yep.
Good stuff. Right, we've got 10 minutes. Any questions on what we've discussed this morning? Or any kind of revelations? Does any of you kind of had kind of like a you know, kind of a aha moment?
Steve, sir, one question. How do you manage people in convention? You know, I know that you not only looking for your own best shop, but you're looking for whole of the best shop, in fact. But particularly if you're talking about your own best shop, how do you actually encourage, lead, and you know, really manage people there in convention, or before convention and after convention, to be honest?
Well, the first thing is make sure that your base shop all sits together. All right, make sure you are together as a team. Make sure that you've all got the same color on. Yeah, I know that sounds childlike, but it works. Okay, make sure you've all got your team T-shirt on, so that your people feel like they're part of something. Yeah, your people need to have an identity, and especially those people who are coming for the first time. If there are people coming there for the first time, then, you know, they're a little nervous. Yeah. And what you don't want is, you don't want someone who's brand new sat on their own next to someone they don't know. You need your people together. That's the first thing. Okay. And when you've got a leader in your team, Barrett, you know, make sure they're sat next to their people, so that you don't have to look after 50 or 60. Yeah, you just need to look after your 10 from within your base shop. Yeah, so that's the first thing. The second thing, be conscious of lunchtime. Yeah, make sure, you know, there's nothing worse than a brand new person skedaddling off to lunch on his own, sitting there with their sandwich, eating on their own, and looking around, going, "What the heck's all this about?" You know, you want to coordinate that, be together. You know, that this is leadership right here. Great question, and just be mindful that they've got everything they need, and I mean, don't babysit them. You know, some people don't like that, but just kind of manage the time that they're there and make sure they have a good time. You know, one of the things that I remember, I was in America somewhere with Bob in my early days, and I certainly wasn't full time, so it was in my first year. And I can remember he would not let me leave his side for the whole thing, and because I was there on my own basically with him, and he did a masterful job of painting a future vision for me. I remember we were at this barbecue, and I said, "Oh, Bob, how many people are here?" He said, "Oh, there's about 3,000." And I said, "Wow." He goes, yeah, this is just my hierarchy. And I kind of went, wow. He said, look across that crowd. He said, one day you're going to have exactly the same as this, and you will be overriding all of that team of people. And I thought, wow. And he painted a picture in my head, and I didn't know he was doing it really at the time. But when I look back on it, it kind of inspired me a lot. So paint pictures for your people when you're in a large group of people like that. You know, don't be corny about it. You know, be sincere. You know, when someone's up on the stage delivering a great speech, just lean across to one of your people and say, you know, that'll be you one day. You'll be up there delivering something like that. You know, that's you. Yeah. Because the pictures that are in people's minds, Barrett, are actually where people are going to end up. Yeah. If people have got negative image, negative self-doubt, and they're constantly, you know, feeding into their own subconscious mind negative thoughts, then that's actually what happens. You know, people have a you know, kind of fulfilling prophecy going on in their head 24/7. So your job as a leader is to change that narrative, to put thoughts and pictures in people's minds of, yeah, you want them thinking, yeah, why not? I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I remember when I was 22 years of age, coincidentally, after being in the business about a week or two, the top guy in the company came and did a talk in the office that I worked in, and how you know, I mean, this is a bit, you know, kind of 1980s, but he landed outside the office in his helicopter, and in he strode, and he did this amazing talk, and I remember thinking, yeah, I want a bit of that. I want to do that. And of course, I was a young, naive 22-year-old, but I was painting pictures in my head without knowing it at the time. And I remember thinking, well, why not me? This guy's 50-something years of age. You know, I was a young thing. And I said, right, I'm just going to follow this guy. So whatever pictures go into your head, either through their own device or through yours, that's where they're going. So I don't know if that helps, Barrett.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's fun as well, though, isn't it? It's fun to see someone's face when they go, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, you know, and it's impactful too. Don't take it lightly. The words you say to people make a difference, both negatively and positively. So it's it is fun, but it's also serious. Good question. Time for one more?
Yeah, I've got a question, sir. My experience. Last week, I was sharing my story with about, I think, 50 to 60 Army personnel.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of my presentation, or my talk, I had a standing ovation.
Wow.
And I was wearing our Jenny Star t-shirt, and I was sharing my, you know, I had a great time in the military. But like many of you, I was planning just for the weekend and blah, blah, blah. This is what I've done. This is what, you know, I've been doing. And I've mentioned 4 or 5 times about the financial, you know, freedom and independence, financial education. And at the end of the presentation, what I said was, you know, this is where I was. Now, this is where I am now. And now, you know, I left the Army as well, but I'm not encouraging you, you know, but if you want to know, because if you think you are in the same situation like I was, because we spend, you know, this much time in the like school and college, you know, but, you know, we're missing the financial education in the Army. You know, I've learned, like you, I've learned so many drills and skills, you know, I'm not using anymore, and I'll not be using anymore. But now this is what I've been doing. So, you know, so if you want to know more about the financial education, free financial education, you know, you can, you know, contact me at any time. And then, yeah. And then about, I think 10, 12 people, they came to me and they took my number.
Yeah.
And no one called me. And I'm just wondering what I was missing.
That's exactly what you were missing, Milan. You gave them your number and fully expected them to ring you. I'm telling you, In 35 years, I've never given anybody my phone number and they have called me back. Never. Okay. This is what you should have done, and this is also what you could have done. Okay, is when you're giving someone your number, have 2 business cards on you, yeah, and write and say to someone, right, before I give you my business card, here's another one. Can you write your name and number on the back of it so we can keep in contact? All right. Or have a pen handy and say, yeah, give me your number so we can keep in contact. The game is about collecting a name and telephone number so that you're in control of the situation. Yeah. Yeah. Again, ladies, go back to the subject of boyfriends. How many times did you sit beside the phone waiting for a boy to give you a call? Okay, they did not ring you, did they? Yeah, it doesn't work. So no one rings you, Milan. Now, what you can do, if I tell you what I would do is if you can speak to the event organizer, perhaps, or somehow you'll know how to do it. Is why don't you extend a free ticket to someone who let's say you've got 5 tickets, 5 free tickets that you can give. In fact, as an EVP, you've got 10, haven't you? So you've got 10 free tickets. For the first 10 people that were there at that event, they can claim a free ticket.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I was so excited, you know. I got few of their number, but I was surrounded by the crowd, so I was excited. Okay, yeah, and you know, they were rushing as well. And then yeah, I said, yeah, this is my number. And then yeah, they said my number, and it's been nearly a week.
Yeah, they're not going to ring you, I promise you. So the next time you get in that situation, have you got these blue slips? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, he knows the blue slip anyways.
I would hand those out before you start talking. Yeah, hand them out at the beginning, and they'll hear you speak and they'll start filling it out for you. And then at the end, you wrap it up by saying, for those that are interested in either getting a financial game plan or who would like to learn to teach it and make an extra 1 or 2 grand a month part-time, please fill out that form or finish completing that form, rip it off and hand it in before you go, because I know we're in a rush. So what happens then is as they're leaving you, they're giving you the slip. They're giving you the slip now all of a sudden. So never give them your phone number, right? Because that's an easy way out of them not doing anything. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, good stuff. Well, it's 10:17. I've got to go. I will catch you soon. Have a great week. I'm off to Tenerife tomorrow. So I'll see you next Monday morning because I get back on Sunday. All right. Wonderful. Have a wonderful week. Not as good as me, I'm sure, but
enjoy the golf.
Yeah, I will.
Steve.
All right, guys.
Take care, mate. See ya.
Cheers.
Bye.
Guys, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Anything before we disappear? Anything, Anna?
I can't think of anything. Only that I need a bit of assistance in terms of the list of people that were booked in for convention. Has everybody been phoning their list, Barat and Sam, you know, the people that were on your list for attending convention, if they were old people?
Sam?
What would you like to know?
You mean
Yes.
those that have potentially been terminated, Anna?
No.
Or just old people that aren't active?
Yeah, people that aren't active, you know. I noticed some names on the list that Roger mentioned to me, but I don't think they're active in the business. But is it worth? I think it's worth phoning them.
I think yeah, I understood what you mean, Anna. What you need to do is call them. I think if they're still willing to go, or if they didn't pick up the phone, that's probably, and liaising with Catherine is the one to, you know, to use that ticket. You know, if you can, if they are not actually interested in anything, they haven't actually got the refunded, then you can use that ticket
Can they be refunded? Because some people might ask for refunds, and that's why I think I've thought, I don't know whether I need to phone them.
Yeah, the company will refund them their money.
They will.
They will, yes. I understand that's the idea.
But you cannot do that, Sam, can you? Just they have to themselves to call or write an email.
I believe they have to contact the office to get their refund.
Okay,
Yes,
and what would the email be?
I don't know. I actually haven't asked anybody.
Yeah, I think they can email use EVP and or events@genestar.net is the email address.
Events@genestar.net.
I'll just double check that now. Give me a second.
Yeah.
I had one this morning.
Okay.
I mean, for what I plan to do really is maybe a week before, for those people who might want to come in my team where the amount is going to be 79 quid, I can always tell them to transfer the money to somebody else. And so instead of buying it for 79 quid, they can always use that ticket and give the other person the money back.
I missed out on some of the EVP calls. Are we all getting 10 free tickets each?
Only for non-Genistar members and guests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't give it to Genistarians.
Okay. Yeah.
Or new recruits, is it? It's not for new recruits.
No, it's not for anybody who's in Genistar. Although those who join in June, come for free.
Yeah, those people who are join in June, they will get free anyway. But that's the 10 tickets purely for the guest and other people that probably now if you must I think what wisely use is the guest, isn't it? So you can use the guest. Those people who joined in Genistar within June month, that is absolutely free anyway, but preferably use that for guest. Okay.
So I have just one other item on behalf of IT. She's not on, but obviously if you've ordered t-shirts through her, I think she's looking for payment by Thursday. So just to be, fair on her, please do pay her because I think she's got to pay the t-shirt provider.
Yeah.
Also,
hello, Aisha.
Check on what you are on.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Sam, you're on. You're not on.
Yes, I'm good, thank you.
Hello, Sam.
Can you mute him?
I think I've done that.
Oh, no worries. That's not a problem at all.
No, you haven't.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so just checking for Saturday what part of the training that you're on. My apologies for this week. My broadband was playing games with me. Is it likely that Alex is going to be okay for that?
Yeah, he's already confirmed he was. He put it on last week. He put it on the message that he's all right for it.
Okay.
Does he know what he's doing, Kaz?
I think so. I'll double check with him.
Isn't it? It's on the
spreadsheet, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see it on the photo.
Yeah. I won't be there the following week, but Alex is going to confirm whether he can step in for me or not.
Okay.
Otherwise, I might get my buddy Tom step in.
Yeah, that's great. I really appreciate everybody. If they can't make it, getting there, organizing in leadership, for someone to cover you. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
I think from my side, one final thing is the award. I really have to order award either today or tomorrow, otherwise it will be too late. I can understand that we all have got not actually good year this year. However, I have received from Kevin O, Kevin Westfield, received from Kaz, but actually I haven't received anyone from any EVPs. What I am thinking is not thinking just giving 10 or 12 hours. I selected only 6 hours, which I'm going to show here. And
let's get it sorted now, Bharat.
Sorry?
Let's do it now. Let's get it sorted now.
I'm going to jump off, Bharat, because I've sent you an email already, okay?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But one is tough to cover anyway. Just Kevin, sir.
Okay.
I have got all the details, all data facts from EVPs, and I think the 4 of the awards, I think that's just giving the EVP, because all the EVPs will be there, and those people who are not actually in the convention, I think we can give it someone that's already in the, like Roberts. Kevin, you also mentioned that Roberts will be in the in convention. He's doing quite good. But the award we are giving is let me share. Can somebody just
Okay, yeah, it's me.
Right, can I just ask, are these awards on the Friday being presented on the Friday or the Saturday?
Friday. That's the when we have got the, you know, the 2 hours.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember, because obviously Sam was saying a lot of his team are only coming on the Saturday. I was just aware.
Really, Sam? Who's I mean, most of I'm not pretty sure whether, you know, half of them will come on Friday, half of them will come on Saturday, but I know which day is the perfect day. You know, we can all agree and, you know, come up with which day are we actually giving the presentation.
I think Saturday is probably best if possible. We're likely to get more people on the Saturday than on the Friday, just because of work pressures.
But when are we going to present? In the evening time? Because the breakout session, probably what we do in the breakout session.
We could do it on the, is there a breakout session? Is there a break on Saturday? Have you seen the time? I can't remember what the timetable looks like. We only need about 45 minutes to an hour, don't we?
Half an hour is the max we need it anyway.
Yeah. When is the break? Where's the timetable? I can't even think of where it is.
Breakout station, it's I think 2:45.
I put it on the hierarchy group, didn't I? I'm just trying to find it now. Yes, there we go. Hierarchy breakout should be 2:45 to 4:15 on the Friday.
So is there anything on the Saturday?
On the Saturday, no, the general session finishes round about 5, and we've got between 5 and 7:30 to get food.
Personally, I think Saturday is best. We're not going to get a lot of people there on Friday. Or personally, anyway, I know majority of people, Saturday would be the day they will be coming. Now, my winners are going to be there on Friday.
That's
so
right,
the guys who are, so yeah, I mean, my winners will be there on Friday, but I'm just thinking more.
You want them
of
to
the
see
general.
it?
No, I'm thinking more of the general for majority of people. I'm thinking Saturday would be best, but my guys will be there on Friday, so no problem for me.
Does anybody else have people just coming on the Saturday?
Some of my people coming on Saturday, some people are on Friday, so we never know who turns on Friday, who turns on Saturday. So for me, any day is fine, but we just need to find the perfect time, whether it's an evening or in the morning. But I found the breakout session. We have a nearly 2 hours breakout session, so I think utilizing.
Yeah, well, let's do it what the company says we should do it then, which is the Friday.
Yeah.
And then we just record it and take pictures for those who can't be there.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the awards. You know, I haven't actually mentioned to Anna as well, but initially I was thinking to give away all the awards, but I think it involves cost stuff, but that doesn't matter. But the only thing is that, you know, we don't have so many people there to present awards, but we have got key people there. So we have got the most valuable player. I think we will name it that, even though that's most MVP award that is derived from Primerica, I think, but we just call it Flynnstars award. That is probably the highest award. And my on this award, my thought is to give to EVP, not actually the part-timer, because, you know, I always find that, you know, EVP is the one who plays the most valuable role as a leadership. So I don't know whether you guys agree with that or not.
Yeah, EVPs shouldn't get awards. It should just be the reps, personally.
Right. Okay.
Because naturally we're going to do the best things, and we're going to do, yeah. So I think it should be the bishop, everybody else in the team.
Right. Okay. So that's you mean that you agree with this goes to non-EVPs rather than EVPs?
Yes, non-EVPs, yes.
Right, okay. Top best up is always goes to the EVP, isn't it?
Within the Flynnstars, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, and top best of recruiting is goes to EVP as well, right? So that's no question. Best up is EVP anyway. So how about the Rising Star? I just wanted to name Rising Star to Rosa Davis Award, so that at least we have got two legendary, legacy that will remain with us. Is that anyway?
Just put something out there with that MVP. If we think about sort of company-wise and everything, that has gone to things like SVPs, and like if you think how many times Ching won it as an EVP and things like that. I'm just thinking, have we got anybody seriously in the base shop that have really, really gone for it? Or that have really been the most valuable player that are non-EVPs? And almost like we need to show them that, because almost, I think even like with personal recruiter or personal premium, I potentially have both. So we can show them what we are doing, because they don't always see our numbers. Like in recognition, we don't ignore what the EVPs are doing. We're leading from the front. And I understand.
That would be personal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As well, I'm not saying like maybe almost like even just sort of mentioning, but look, this is where, because if we've got if our top personal recruiter for 12 months is somebody that's actually only done 3 recruits over a year.
True.
Whereas
True.
It's not going to be. We're not like woohoo when we kind of wanting to just do that for team leader.
I know. I think it has been mixed before, from my recollection. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It could be EVP. It could be anyone. But looking at the Flynnstar hierarchy, that the most valuable players at the moment is not. I don't think anyone in the best of that is working beyond recognizable as a most valuable player in there. But as an EVP, I can clearly see that. I don't know, it's just entirely up to us that whichever we discuss with, we can give it to.
I mean, you could potentially do a couple, like you could potentially do like most valuable player within certain base shops or something for those that have got people there that want to do that.
That was what John used to do. Really, used to be most valuable within the different base shops.
Yeah.
And I think that is important. Now, if you want to do most valuable within Flynnstars, that will be up to you and Anna Barat. Yeah. You guys decide that. But I think it'll be good for each base shop to have their one player.
Yeah.
Each base shop, the EVPs. And you can be responsible for buying the award for that or paying for the award for that, because it is encouraging.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like, I'm thinking about, like I've just done 2 football presentations. We know her, do you know what I mean? And you've got like managers player, which would be Barat and Anna's team player, and then you've got players player, where maybe the EVPs could vote for somebody within the team or something. Do you know what I mean?
In terms of the best of and probably top recruiter, there's no question at all, because I've got the lists, and then it's like a leaders board anyway, so nobody denies that. And it's good news is that it's Flynnstar is doing well. So I think if you all agree with 6 awards, that's what we are giving. I'm gonna especially all I need to finalize is the top personal recruiter and top personal premiums. That would be we are trying to give away that to any best sub that has got the top recruiter, top best sub. But the Rising Star,
that needs to be non-EVP.
Non-EVP, and then the most valuable player would be either EVP or non-EVP. But at the moment, I'm just thinking about not thinking about the non-EVP because we have got I really value people who just visibly see all the hierarchies. Is the playing the most valuable as a key player. So that would
Barat.
Yeah.
Can each EVP select an MVP for their base shop and give an award to that person in their own base shop if they choose to? So if Kaz has an MVP,
Yeah.
she can choose to give something to that one MVP, recognize them in public in front of everybody.
And it
I
may
think
be that they're not there, but then that can be something that gets sent.
you can take it home. You can take it home for them. Yeah. So I think each
I'm not,
base
because my team
shop,
are rubbish.
each base shop should have their own MVP. And then you can have one MVP for the whole of Flynnstars, which you and Anna can decide what that comes to.
Yeah, okay, let's try and fill in what we can of this now for Bharat. So there's two, aren't there, Bharat, that we're not going to decide on now. But the top base shop premium, top base shop recruiting, top personal recruiter, top personal premium, we could probably establish that now, do you think?
Yeah.
Can I just ask?
We can. Yeah.
If you say 2022, are you picking it from a 12-month rolling or from January?
Yes. Yeah, from April last year.
Normally they do in
June last year. June to May, you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we put those numbers in? Do we know those numbers for top base shop premium?
Not without looking on the system somewhere.
Do you all want to see it? I've got
No, it's a secret.
It's a secret. That's like I will show you anyway. But
Bharat's got them already, Anna, I think.
Yeah, this is secret. So, I think.
Have you got those four then, Bharat?
No, I have got all the EVPs one, not the personal recruits.
He hasn't got the personal. So I think what
I'll
Bharat
send you
needs.
mine, Bharat. I'll send you my two. You just one from me.
Yeah,
top
just
personal recruiter
one
and
best,
top.
I think. If he is best of send best one, I believe it, because there's nothing to show anyway. But if you think that if you have got the business log where during those time who actually submitted the best the best business or most business or
I have it, yeah.
Easy if you have got business log like myself. But I could have asked each individual base subs all recruiters submitting business, and it was too long because it took me a week to get just the EVPs and the downlines report. So I have got all the reports, especially on the business and recruit as well. And the only thing we need to decide is the most valuable player and the rising star. That's I think either I wanted to involve you all as well. But thinking one point to highlight is that if we have to give like MVP award for each base of it, it's gonna be nearly 12 13 awards for a particular that one. But
I don't think all of us will. I think those that want to, because if I'm perfectly honest with you guys, I have got one team member that's done a couple of split sales. Nobody's, do you know what I mean? There's absolute, and the ones that potentially did a bit last year have disappeared and told me they don't want to do it anymore. So, do you know what I mean? I've got no MVP. There's no point me giving you top personal or top premium, because that's me, because nobody else has done anything.
The reason
so I think the MVP potentially needs to be a decision between you and Anna for the base shop as a whole.
Yeah.
And for the hierarchy. So it is a secret. And then if we personally got an MVP, then we should just let you know. So like Sam, if you know it, you can tell Bharat now, or you can do it so it's a surprise for all of us, and you just email it in with your top personal recruiter and top premium and any rising
Bharat,
stars.
I can tell you my top recruiter now, my top personal.
Yeah, if you just give me just one from each base up, should be fine. We can compare it. Whichever get the most, then
I'll send it to you in a text right now.
The Sam's mentioned that the MVP, it's good to give them. I think we eventually will all have got these in each base of anywhere. This is just to give. At the moment we are a small, even though Flynnstars hierarchy, we have all EVP base of only, so we don't have got a huge team. But in the future, we should be giving that as each base of is giving this one anyway. But at the moment, I'm thinking about like, if we have to give MVP for each base sub, then that's going to be, I think, 13 or 14 MVP awards. Each award cost, by the way, this valuable award cost, with the engraving, costs about more than £35 each.
Okay,
each one.
So we could just do a certificate maybe.
Yeah, I think that the best we can do is the certificate, or I think in the convention, I'm gonna buy the the Go Getters award. If you have got a Go Getters, that small pin, and we can give the certificate. I will print out a certificate. If you can give me the name whoever is attending, and then if they are team leader, even team leader or maybe go-getter, then I can produce the certificate, good certificate, and then we can only give it to either certificate and pin as well, and MVP award, but on the certificate. But rest, we have got only one MVP award as the Flynnstar. We have got only one Rising Star award in a Flynnstars. So we all, these are the individual for the whole Flynnstars hierarchy, not actually base up, but we are recognizing whoever does the best within the base up or among the base up, then we're gonna give this award. So that's our plan, and that's my plan. So if you have got valid comment, you can do that.
Yeah. So if we pick out, if we've got someone for our own base,
Tom,
we need to let you know the top personal recruiter and the top personal premium, and then you use that for the award at convention. That's what you're saying.
Tom was saying something.
What I'm saying is that the answers that we know, why can't we put it here right now? Because we're all EVPs. The answers that we know, could we put it down right now?
Yeah, just
the
do
names.
It now. Just do it now.
Because otherwise it's to drag on and drag on. So who's the
Kaz,
most valuable player? Let's put it down. Let's.
Yeah.
Kaz, can I text you just about who it would be for mine?
Yeah.
I think we are deciding on the top base sub. I have got the top base sub. I've got the top recruiting base sub. I have got all. Well, we can decide the most valuable player, and then myself probably this one. We can decide, but only thing I need to decide. We need to decide is top personal recruiter. That's non-EVP though. This is not EVP. Top personal recruiter and top personal premium.
Yeah, so by what I'm saying that, can you put the answers on the sheet so that we can see?
Okay, so who is your top personal recruiter in your best of then?
No, I mean my personal recruiter would not be somebody. I thought it's going to be one person.
Yeah,
this is the person who has the highest of all the bishops.
Yeah, this is from all the base up. It's not from mine base up. This is not for Sam's. This is all of the base up. So that's why I wanted to compare.
That's why I want us to email him. So if I say so and so's got 9 and you say so and so's got 10, your person trumps mine.
Yeah.
Those ones we cannot tell, but there are some that we can tell right now. From like who's the most valuable player, we can say it. We know it, or we can decide.
Most valuable player. My intention is to give to EVP, one of the EVP.
Keep it a secret.
Keep it secret.
Keep that one a secret.
Decide that.
What?
Yeah, just write down secret.
Is there a reason why I want to put it as a secret?
This one is secret. Probably Rising Star. It might not be secret. We can give these two who we can vote it. If you have got a person who is non-EVP, then we can vote it out on this Rising Star. So we are looking at his, this is kind of that he has recently or maybe constantly for the year did it best, and then really come out of limelight, and suddenly become senior team leader, or maybe team leader, or maybe go-getters at the same. You can literally just take it. like kids like Roberts from Kevin O'Malley. He has, I think, I've seen he has doing quite a lot of scoop carry back, and I've involved one of them, and he become go-getters, he become team leaders within a month or two. So I think it might be a Rising Star, but again, it's debatable. You might have got, some might have got that sort of person, and other might have. I have got only one person, but he's not, I kind of still not convinced to give the Rising Star, because he's been here only for 3 months, or maybe two and a half months, and just become go-getters and team leader. Doesn't mean that he's a Rising Star. But anyone in your base of, if you think that he can be a Rising Star, then I name the put forward, and we will personally discuss that. So
So
I think Bharat wants figures so we can work out who's the highest within the base shop.
I have
go
got
away
the
and probably do this ourselves now because we're sort of wasting a bit of time now.
yeah.
People have got to head off, haven't they? I've got something actually at 11, but I don't know if that's it's a follow-up interview, but I don't know if that's going to come about.
Let's do this way. I have got already from Kevin O'Malley sir, Kevin Westfield, Kaz. You know, I haven't got from IT. I think I've got from IT as well. So if you can,
I've just put mine in the chat box, Bharat.
Who do you not have? Who do you not have? I know it's me.
I think most of us only yes, yourself and Sam is already done it, and Vim, if you have got any, Milan, if you have got any.
I don't have any most valuable player.
Most valuable player would be you know, we're gonna decide most valuable player. Anna and myself will decide most valuable player. Looking at the numbers, or not only numbers, but again the contributions towards Flynnstars hierarchy. So
okay,
Tom,
so
Tom, all you need to send Tom is if you've got a rising star, who your top personal recruiter was and who your top personal premium writer was.
I'm not sending anybody.
So there's nobody. So Tom,
how many months is new rising star? Is it, should they have been in the business a year, 2 years, 6 months? How do we define that?
What did you say, Kaz? What month?
It would be
from June last year.
No, it's yeah, that's when your premiums figured out from. But what Sam was saying, rising star, does it have to be somebody that's been in a year, or I'd just say anybody, because you could have had somebody in the business for 5 years, but then they've just started going.
Yeah, if you think that is you know, he's kind of rising star, then we can give it to rising star.
Okay.
I think I got rising star in like 2014, and it took me 6 years to rise.
Yeah, me too. About nearly 2 years, and I got rising star from the company. So
okay,
I remember leaning over to Debs and Hyacinth saying nobody from North ever gets it, so just sit still. And then they went Kaz Tate. I went, oh, that's a surprise.
Because on this trophy, and we need to give the name, you know, proper name to engrave there. So I kind of have already selected the trophy from the website, and I need to you know exactly what to put there. Then I need to send them, and they will order it, and it's gonna take 2 weeks. So if I order by tomorrow, then it kind of arrived by 27th or 28th. So this is going to be last one, but now summary, two of the like most valuable players, Anna and myself will discuss about 5 to 10 minutes, but we have got all the facts anyway. Top base up, there's no not, you know, it's we have got crystal clear. The data fact shows everything. Top base up, data fact shows everything. Only thing is to choose the top personal recruiter and top personal premiums. Rising star, we probably I kind of probably individually probably call you to confirm that, you know, we're gonna award this person, so such and such region. So I think anything I will discuss, but we have it still 1 day. Tomorrow before lunch I will order it, send it. So I will be contacting you if anything in any kind of we call disputes there. So anything, Sam, anything, Anna, Tom, if you just let me know if anything there.
Kaz is going to help me with mine just now, and yeah, I'll make sure I get to you. But it's just the top personal recruiter and the top personal premium.
Yeah, that's all. That's
on
it.
My base shop.
And yeah, but not all of them will get the awards, by the way, because this is just to choose the best two for Flynnstars hierarchy. Thank you. I think that's it for me.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
See you all.
I'll be the last to leave. Kaz, I didn't power.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't want to put the names, the ones that we know, because it's not a secret, Anna. If you know the top base shop with the premium, just put it there, the base based off with the recruiter.
Yeah, but is what Barrett's saying is he's already got them, so he knows them. We don't need them.
So we want to know. We don't know.
No,
Right.
Barrett, don't matter.
Sorry
Yeah, you've got an
to
appointment at
interrupt you.
11.
I've got something at 11. Do you want
Okay.
to do this after?
We'll do it after. Yeah. Let me know
Okay.
later. Let me know later when you're free. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Tom, jump on my link.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Jump on when you're free, Anna, and we'll just figure it. We'll do it while we're power houring.
Okay. All right. Thank you.